Yes. Guys, she's showing you mad hormonal. Like, okay, so anyways. Well, guess what we're gonna do? It's like giving, she's a manny to make it work hard, make it sweat hard, make it work. Yeah. Welcome to the message. Maybe at what cost? This is giving Jennifer's body. This is, you know what I mean? Type of scorn, retaliation, femme fatale, frecuencia. But let's see, the Empress is our starting energy. Brother, what the fuck? Both of these energies came out giving like, what's the movie This Is Us or Us? Some sort of plot where it's like the family, like it's like nuclear, like cheddar teeth were happy because look at these two, like this is like haha. Right. It's like the mother and the like doting father. But then look at the father's disposition, right? The mother was fucking whatever she had. Oh yeah, the mother was 10 of swords. Like, I'm gonna kill myself. I feel like the father is like 5 of pentacles, like brokey, like out of money. It's like such a weird thing because look at, can you see how like plastered that is? It's like we're so like, but on the inside, like one is completely locked out of their abundance. The other is dead inside. There's just something so like about these two. They're like, you know, sort of soul-sucking dispositions. The base energy being 5 of Pentacles and 10 Swords. It's like the couple that's like, yeah, we'll be in your wedding, and they're like 5 Pentacles, 10 Swords, but they're gonna like shit. That's exactly what would happen in that dynamic. A forbidden forest. Because this is something God would not suggest. Because it would end up in balance. Somebody's Empress, Major Arcana, to a Nine of Cups, Minor Arcana. But busy, kind of a busy Minor Arcana. So massive emotional investment. Look at this dynamic where it's like, it's just like, I just feel like this Empress, like this would, the disposition with this Empress is very much like, it's like the type of princess you create in that dynamic. It's like really what it gives. Because what something tells me, it's like, well, with the Empress, it's like, if you're dead inside, what do you need an empire for? Is what I feel like people would say.
Right.
If you're genuinely dead inside, why do you need this kingdom? It's not even a kingdom, it's an empire. So again, this whole empire for this would be Ten of Swords. It's like dead, no pulse type thing.
Yeah.
And then this shit thing is just like,
You got no pulse.
right. Then there's like also, it's like, it's made a man broke. A man has gone broke.
Yeah.
Five of Pentacles. Because look how much it costs. Because of how much it costs to keep 9 cups. But even if you, for the 9 cups, like even if you do give all 9 of the cups, you're giving 9 cups. You feel like you have to. It's just the thing is like you're always trying to give the heftiest offer. It's like you're 9 of cups. It's like a lot, and then
that's like made off your back.
It's made off your back. It's all you have.
Yeah.
It's like everything you have, and this is just still not. It's still gonna be viewed as like thanks for the offering.
Yeah, it's like overaction. Like
Yeah.
Too much. Yeah.
But it's still not gonna be enough. It's like overaction, yes. Still just 9 cups. You're not same.
You're trying to
caliber.
get up and you can't go. Wow.
You see how this is like sort of a subconscious sphere manifesting?
Yeah, that's
Just like manifesting like never being enough.
That is absolutely with that reason.
Because this is such a weird thing to have. Because I felt it. I was like, well, when I look at these two, they just kind of look like way too perfect.
Yeah.
Everything is just a little too great.
Yeah, that's very...
In the posture of it, like right, 9 of Cups. And then we say this, and then we look at the cards that were clarifying at the heart of the deck, and it was Empress was at the 10 of Swords, which is just a stark dichotomy to, because that tells you it's like a forlorn, like she's hollow, you know. I also just heard it's like the masculine, it's like this 9 of Cups energy is like juiciness for everything that it's got. I heard. I don't know. Let's see what's going on with these guys. Thank you, Spirit. Well, we'll take it this way. Oh no. Oh, you guys. I just feel like Pluto retrograde, like abuse, you know?
Yeah, that's definitely...
I mean, I was gonna say it because we were kind of just describing the dynamic, but it is a pretty abusive dynamic to be in. Because the internal world is nothing, like why wouldn't, if you feel like shit, why wouldn't you just tell the world that?
Right.
Why would you feel like shit and then tell people you feel great? Something's like seriously off, you know?
Yeah.
also just feel like this is a serious look at the sort of Empress abuse, because when we look at this, I'm just getting like, okay, I'm really getting something where it's like this Empress is almost want to say unchecked abuse, like the crowns that are in this woman's crown, the jewels that are in her crown are like markings of every like abuse. And it's like something to do with like how small this person has made this Nine of Cups feel. I think that this Empress is very close to juicing this Nine of Cups for everything that it has. Completely. I feel like there's intuitively like a deep sense of shrinking the self, and I feel like the Nine of Cups party can't get any smaller feeling. This is like deep, almost like punishment, if you will. Ace of Wands abuse. Hitting, and it just really reminds me of, I'm a percussionist, but the mallet, the Empress, like she's striking. And something just tells me it's like striking this Nine of Cups. So if you're resonating with this experience in like life for any reason, like please like make sure to like aid the situation. Like recent past, we kind of got death coming out sideways, but I'm still taking it as a reverse. Backfired death magic. Hold on, here we go. So many like dark esoteric like spirits in these cards right now, which is funny. It's like a walking dead spirit. that's like just harvesting. Crowning our reading is the Six of Pentacles. So a classic yeah, this is like pure dictatorship. It's like, because it really comes down to this Queen of Pentacles sort of having this abusive power. It's an ancient matriarchal abusive power at a financial level, at an abundance level for bloodlines. Giving sparingly. This is something that God would be taking account of. Breadcrumbing. Yeah, because I felt this over Mother's Day. It was like the wound that I had. God may be purging up the like hitting the inner child wound. I also want to just say something about like mothers hitting children, specifically little boys, is like insane vibes. I don't know, this is like so wild, the energy. Because it's like no shade, no tea. This is like some Hansel and Gretel shit. Like, the type of vibe that I'm getting is like the type of a bitch that's like behind closed door type of shit. I'm gonna give you here, fucking kid. It's like Cinderella, like here, fuckers. It's like the way this energy that's being collected on, I feel like right now, really moves. Like it's almost like God has like a tape of somebody's pure behavior when no one's looking, and it's abusive as fuck. This is somebody who likes to abuse, and like I said, vulnerable populations. I don't know what that means, but it's like vulnerable populations. Via breadcrumbing. And then it's like breadcrumbing and then like making crazy like Libran scales of like rationale, like to justify it so that someone just stays. And this is like mental imprisonment. This is so someone doesn't get off their knees, begging type of dark psychology. Yeah, death magic in reverse. No recent past. Wow. And it's just this Empress has a perfect victim, I feel like. And it's the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups is emotionally available for the abuse. There's someone who's used to that type of abuse. What type of abuse, though? Deep control. Where we really highlighted or really thanked the mother figure for shaping all of our destinies. But maybe that's like an intrusion. Like maybe from God's eyes, it's still like, bitch, who, if it's not what I asked any of you to make, then I don't need you advising anyone or leveraging over anyone that just because you gave birth to them, that you are some sort of saint. Because if you can't be obedient, then you're a demon. Like, it's kind of like that. This is a deep, I don't know, dude. This is one of those things where it's like, I was feeling a crazy feeling beforehand, but I was like, nothing is going to challenge my intuitive abilities. I have to go up and die for it again. Like, I can't, like, continue to allow things to make me feel like people can gaslight me, and then it's like, whoa, it's around something I'm seeing, like a truth I'm seeing. You know what I'm saying? To where it would affect my, like, because that's a slippery slope to where immediately you just turn into someone who's like, I'm a fraud, fucking throw my shit in the trash. So, we're doing what we're doing. Whoa. Dude, the Emperor just came out right next to the Empress. 5 of Pentacles. Somebody, this Empress dodged to death. This is like, I'm hearing non-negotiable. You get put out immediately. It's like you get roughed up a bit. Because I'm like, do you see this crazy energy?
Yeah. I definitely do.
I'm telling you, this Knight of Cups is giving like a young prince. So this to me, because it gives kind of like a matrilineal figure abusing little like young boy archetype frequency. And so that type of abuse. Matrilineal, like maternal figureheads repeatedly having abusive behaviors towards a demographic of what I would consider more so like vulnerable, populations of masculinity. And then there's just some sort of situation of like repeated abuse. Like it's all stemming back to that. It would have started where it was like someone prepped you. That's what I feel. It's just like they molded your little like slabs of clay to be vases for hurt. And that's why this whole situation right now is on the table, where it could even literally be like a, again, and I was feeling like Mother's Day. So like what I really feel at the top of my head is like it's a mother figure who is abusive to this boyski. And there's something about the way that like they've been dodging the Reaper, like they've been dodging the karma of like maybe their disposition, their situation needing to change, likely because of their actions. But there's something that tells me it's like this Empress would have to be dead inside to do what is being done, the type of a chronic abuse, like the repetitive, like again, this is some real Hansel and Gretel like dungeon type of free like mentality. Where you're like, ha ha ha. But then here comes the hard ass Emperor who's like out, like it's like put out immediately. Like the Emperor like the Emperor would be the one responding. So in this situation, it's the spouse. So this Empress who's like, I should have never married your hood rat ass. Get the fuck out of my swamp. Type of shit. Because I'm seeing 2 of Cups underneath the Emperor and 5 of Pentacles. And then I saw the Knight of Cups. I just kept thinking about how this situation is going to instantaneously clarify. Like, who is now standing on the curb. Oh yeah. This is a connector moment. This emperor needed a why. There is a deep purpose that I think this emperor needs to understand is coming from this experience. And the purpose is to illuminate the realities that the emperor experienced at different phases earlier in his journey and in his walk that went unnoticed, and now with a younger generation are able to be dredged up or like surface. And so there's this protectiveness or this purity that has to be preserved. Like the emperor cannot afford for this bright pupil to have its faith and trust be damaged in any way, in the way that it would be damaged by unchecked, repeated abuse from Empress energy. And I was really having this sort of internal reflection today at work. It was a little, crunchy at times energetically for me because I was kind of dealing with that feeling where it was like, I needed to get clear on like my own mother's perpetuation of like, using children as a form of like control. Like Black women also in a low vibration can be very desperate to have any type of power. So they tend to do some fucked up stuff to kids. And because they have no capital, no power, no leverage, no nothing, that the only people you can ever feel bigger than or better than are children sometimes. And so it's important to acknowledge where we come from, and that slavery has like got so many lethal impacts that are just actively still wounding. So but is that not what I was talking about, the Ten of Swords with the Empress? That feeling of being pushed so far to the edge, like when you're so dead inside, when you're so not regarded, it's kind of that snap. And I feel like it's always the young masculine who's like going to be totally like exposed in that way, sacrificed in that way. It's like snapping at the young masculine. It's abuse. But it's like whatever the Empress is like got, the Emperor pulls up with that stick and is like, there's never again. It's like an instant restraining order type of frequency. Yeah. But again, it kind of comes back to this conversation of what the healing, the Two of Cups, a deep desire to be like, I think I would, after a situation like that, I would need to go back and give myself an opportunity to remaster this phase that builds into this. Because when this crumbles, it's like, what's real? The Six of Cups is just so, in my mind's eye, it's like I'm just seeing someone, the masculine, like really approach the feminine very much in total like clarity and drive about the recognition of the connection at a soulmate level. But it is through the travesty of just looks like fate cracking on a faithful day. The sun. Okay, this is like somebody's son. Whoa. Ooh. Wow. Oh, wow. This is such a layered message. The son has an absent father wound. So when the emperor is not in the picture, it's the retaliation of the empress, all of her excess pain from the patriarchy. It's about how it fell on the little boy, who was once this little boy, who grew up with all the tenured abuse. The thing that's so scary right now is like it could be that there's like active abuse being formed on a child, that like everyone will know that it's this is heavy stuff, because this is the type of stuff that makes a kid grow up and be like, I remember being 4 and so was like me. It's like I remember being 4 and being raped, you know. I made sure to keep telling myself that story so I never forgot that happened to me, because it was horrible. Went on for years. But yeah, we want to be careful, because I feel like this dynamic manifested. There are unions out there right now that reflect this dynamic of a masculine playing out their wounded inner little boy with a feminine who's abusive. And completely controlling. I say what we're doing, where we are, how's it gonna go, Yeah, I just feel like the universe is giving back equally to whoever these empresses, because there's a truth right now that the sun is delivering forward. That's a heartbreak. It's supposed to break your heart. You're not supposed to die from it though, but you are supposed to have it broken by this truth. That's what I told you guys. So I don't fuck with you guys, because you guys fucking hang out with child abusers, and that's not cool. You girls think that it just stops with my internet banter. No. I'm profiling you motherfuckers' real behavior in real time. And I'm saying, look how unstable you are. Look how off your rocker you are. Look how fucking schizophrenic you are and how much you lie every day. That's concerning. Not even for me, just because it's like, why do you lie every day? Okay? And if you have any sort of relative, like anything, like status, power, anything in that system, you're a murderer by association. So now we're all sad. So it's just gotta stop. But then the crazy part is y'all really be like child abuser, like pro child abuser. And then your kids come up to you and they're like, I hate to hand you this motherfucking L, but you're going to take this, brother. You're going straight to hell. Do not fuck it, because you're getting a report of this is like your daddy's about being a Rolling Stone. Duh. Like,
are you crazy?
Are you stupid?
I should shoot you, bro.
Yeah, it's like, obviously that's how that's gonna go.
Right.
But it's just big echoes, big thematics. I'm telling you, there's something about the son, the child and the experience referencing or signaling the heartbreak. The child is going to have an episode that signifies what has happened between the Empress and the Emperor, which is the Empress actually just beats on the Emperor's inner younger person. And the Emperor is just someone who is really conditioned to believing in the posture that the clay has been molded to. They just don't know that. They don't understand that yeah, that is not an appropriate love dynamic. Because it's why the Emperor is like walking around passing out, literally out, passing out in an abandonment room. We think this is a red flag ass motherfucker. Like walking ghoster. Like, just reading the cards. So yeah, the sun gives the heartbreak. Something heartbreaking happens to the sun. Fear. Queen of Cups. The world. This is like fearing the seer for seeing the end coming rather than talking about the end that's obviously coming. It's like, what's the point? It's like, oh, shocker. You girls are probably gonna hang some fucking witches later too. On the kebab. It's your weird ass.
Yeah. That's how y'all do.
It's how you bitches move. Let's see the outcome of this situation. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Okay, you guys, outcome. This is an immediate full stop. This is hitting a chord. This is striking a chord that says we can't even kind of play around about this. This is the voice of a child bearing so much ancestral royalty that it is fully illuminated when this child speaks. It's courageous, and so it's not lying. It doesn't have a code for a lie. So it's telling a really pure truth that when it got immediately escalated, like as soon as it even was stuttered, it's like action is taken swift, like course correction. We're gonna overcorrect just because we feel like it, type of thing. Because what's at stake is the love, and I feel like there's something so beautiful about this being loving. It's really important at this time to make sure that the child that's being abused here understands that it is loving to set your boundaries, to tell your truth, to make sure you hold your abuser accountable. Because I think that when people who are supposed to love us turn a blind eye or have, faulty judgment or start having false idols and putting their faith in man to our detriment, just know that it's loving to shatter whatever illusion they woefully live under, especially when it's been this habitual. I think the issue is this thing thinks it's this empress thinking it's just way smarter than it is, that you're not completely, and again, it just shows the disrespect here. It shows the it's a manifestation. That behavior of abuse is a manifestation of the realities of the emperor, the empress's dynamic. Bitch, I was literally just nonverbal mute sleeping on screen. Forgot that I was recording. I forgot I was recording.
Oh my gosh. Let's go
Yeah, let's get that going.
Yeah. I'm just expert in this.
Sorry, y'all. Sometimes I don't even know what was going on for that amount of time.
No, it wasn't even that long of a retreat. It was you were gone for 2 seconds. It could have been
let's get some clarification. So this fucking empress who's 10 of swords dead inside. What did she do? What's her freak? Knight of swords. 8 of swords. The hangman. Knight of pentacles. Alright, you guys. You get the picture. I'm sleepy. It's time for my dessert. Bye.